Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Welcome to my channel. I had a request from a viewer, couple of viewers actually, to do a flip through of this Astroherbology deck, and it probably is a good idea because I couldn't find any information on this deck or how this deck looks, and I had to just take a plunge and get it. This is deck by design by Davee or Davee. It's Davee. You find it on Make Playing Cards and just search for Astroherbology Tarot. Astroherbology Tarot. And these are the backs of the cards. It's Make Playing Card stock. So it's good. It's good for the deck of cards actually. It has regular size, 7x12, so regular tarot size. As you can see, it's very colorful and it's based on plants and astrology. It has decans, it has a correlation to different zodiac signs, to elements, and it has cool keywords too. So let me just maybe bring it up a little bit, and I'm just going to flip through and tell you how I used this deck until now. So first of all, I have used it in quite a few readings for clients. Sometimes I used it as an oracle and just used the plant information, the astrological information that's there. For timing, you can use decans and keywords, all this little different information and levels of understanding of the cards. So just use it basically like an oracle. I also connected it and used it recently in a couple of those plant ally readings that I offer. And I started offering these readings recently and they have a good run. So if you were thinking of checking for yourself what the plant ally reading has to offer, I create also the essence, flower essence based on the energy of the reading. I use plant decks and whatever decks intuitively feel, that I want to use and want to come for you, I will use them. But this deck suits itself really great. I love the quirkiness of this deck, the colorful kind of feel of it. I love the artwork. Somebody who made it had good sense of humor. I love that the plants are named on the card, so I don't have to, it doesn't come with any book or anything else. So if you want to do research, you will have to if you know tarot, that's cool, but then astrological information, it's added on top of it. And then you can add also plant information. The plants used are mostly familiar in most cases. And I think the artwork is great and the keywords are great too. So Page of Restful Dreams, we have the Page of Cups, Clairvoyance for the Moon, and Clot Blood. So it's also a cool deck for health readings or energetic readings, when you just want to ask where the energy maybe stagnates or flows well in your body. Oral health, it's wonderful. That just reminds me, with oral health, dentist is the only doctor that I really used to go regularly to. So the oral health was really well taken care of in my case. And right now in tropical astrology, I have Pluto opposition my Saturn. Pluto is on 2 degrees Aquarius in tropical system, opposes my Saturn on 2 degrees Leo in tropical system. In constellation astrology, it's even more interesting because it is swinging between Sagittarius and Capricorn. And when Pluto is going retrograde, I think right now it's in Capricorn, and it opposes my Saturn in Cancer. Capricorn rules bones, Capricorn rules bodily, structures and teeth. So I love it that when Pluto started opposing my Saturn, even though I looked after my teeth really well, this is the only time when I actually had something there's some little pain around my teeth and I had to go to the doctor, check it out, she couldn't see anything, but this is the first time that I actually felt something because for years I was just going to the doctor, to the dentist preventatively and cleaning my teeth and also, but like I thought like it's fascinating how astrology works, you know. And if you're interested about your constellations and about your constellational build-up, because tropical astrology is more connected to the seasons around the Earth and the dance of Earth and the Sun. But if you're interested in your stars and constellational aspect, which constellations of the ecliptic were, you know, activated when you were born, you can always try and you can get a reading from me about this, in which I use a lot of imagery and a lot of information for you to ponder about. And this is based on 13 constellations of the ecliptic, including the infamous Ophiuchus. And it's based on in exploration of these constellations and constellational stories and myths for you and how they play out in your life. I always see the tropical system as something that we kind of quite conditioned and familiar with, and doing it really well here on Earth. And I love the constellational aspects if we can add it as a stellar perspective, as a perspective that's bigger than what we think we know. And it's a very developmental kind of evolutionary act to know also your constellations and your stars. So I highly invite you to get a reading with me. Why not? You know, if you like my reading style, it's called Spiral Astrology, and it's on my website. I will link it below. So Astral Work with Belladonna, Herb Garden for the World card. That's so cool. Prayer. As you can see, the keywords are awesome. It's really I really love it. I love the artwork. I love how quirky that is. Sagittarius, thanks. It's, yeah, somebody just, you know, had a good sense of humor. Psychic power for the full. I know for Aquarius, that's really interesting too. I love the keywords. Body tree for enlightenment for all the air signs, because that's like control of your mind, you know. Astral projection for mugwort and for 7 of coins. How cool. Grounding, nap. So this is 4 of swords. And you can see the swords are, you know, the tarot elements are here. When it's the major arcana, you will have it marked. Empress, High Priestess, and so on. Temperance. And then 7 of Cups would be, you know, Scorpio, a Menses stimulator, and this is coins, of course. So I showed you wands are fire, like this. Cups are like the blue vases. Coins are coin, and swords were somewhere here, which were swords with like this flag. So this is the deck. It comes, you know, from Make Playing Cards, so it's print on demand. Love the bags. I think it will look great with a couple of decks that I have. It actually goes with any deck, but let me just grab one. So I used it for now with, you know, I used it with the herbal deck, with this herbal healing deck, because I thought, you know, they just have really beautiful energy and they can support one another with information from the plant spirits. But if I want to explore, for example, more certain aspects of this deck and not feel like, you know, like for example, here I pull one plant and then another plant deck there, I think it would be cool to work with it with like different tarot decks, for example. And I think the Baby Magic, Moon Baby Magic deck by Angela Mary Magic, it is really cool with this, just because, yeah, it has similar energy, similar colors kind of feel, and both very colorful, both go nicely together. So I think, you know, it would give great reading, so I will use these ones more often. I haven't used Moon Baby Magic recently a lot. I love this deck, and whenever I pull it, I'm always like, oh, it's so cool, so cool. And then I thought, you know, because sometimes you need something maybe quieter if you don't want to, you know, like overindulge yourself with image and with color. I felt like just using this Carol Herzer baby blue deck would be a good also in like fill-in deck for this deck. So for example, let's say we pull a card of the sun with the information site and the plant, which is Laurel Bay, and then we pull a couple of cards from this tarot deck to, you know, like go deeper for everybody, you know, for everybody the information flow Laurel Bay or from the sun can be different. For some people, like in this pool, it would suggest more that, like, you know, the steadfastness, open to communication with other realms and taking time to listen would lead to that exploration and that victorious feeling of coming towards oneself and shining bright. For some other people, it could be a totally different, you know, different setup of advice, which is that like there is this sense of rebirth and inspiration and new energy coming through. So I think using tarot decks with combination with this kind of tarot oracle, but you have so many different layers here that you can even use a different tarot deck for different layers. So you can use a tarot deck to inform you about astrological sign of Pisces. You can use another tarot deck to inform you about the message from Hibiscus. You can use another tarot deck or oracle deck to inform you about the deeper meaning of clairvoyance for you at this moment, and so on. And so I hope that makes sense, what I just said. If not, please get my creative tarot class. I explain and give a lot of examples and awesome spreads on the PDF. You can always have access to it. So you might enjoy this class. But yeah, this is Astroherbology deck, and I hope you liked it. Much love. Bye.